This is video number 6 in the series of End Area Volume Tool rock excavation exercise. In this video we're going to go over the soil report. So the soil report has just arrived, and you can see this diagram that's on the screen. This is just an Excel sheet somebody created, and it shows you your stations off on the left side. It tells you where we have break into borings. It actually shows where the bridge exception's at. So we've got that. We don't know exactly where that bridge is at. We don't have a bridge report yet, but we guesstimated around 72 plus 00 to 87 plus 00. So that's all our stationing for the project. You'll also see that we have a center line and a 72 foot left and a 72 foot right for the corings that they went out and drilled. You'll notice most of the center line cores were taken, and then sometimes on the left and right we didn't get a core for various reasons. So we take this information that we're given from materials and we create an Excel file out of it. The Excel file will need to be created and given because you're given a physical piece of paper representing the soil report. So in this exercise that we're going to go through, it's already been created. We've taken the time. So following the manual, we are going to be starting on step number 39, where it's stating for us to create a new folder on the desktop. So I'm going to go to the desktop and do a right click, new folder. I'm going to call this folder the job number J5U0441G. And the reason we do this is because a lot of the stuff does not work in ProjectWise, so we have to export it outside of ProjectWise to get it to work. Now it says in step 40 to double click the file named borehole location XLS. So let's go over to ProjectWise, open that up, and I'm looking for one that's called borehole location XLS. It tells us to double click, which is going to open the file. And it brings us to the first set of station. And the location file deals with where we're located at. So if we go near the top, it's got the borehole name, the chain it represents, the station where it resides at, any offset, whether it be left, at the center line, or right, designated by the minus sign or a positive value. So all this information's been input in here. So what we need to do is on step number 41, we need to save the borehole location XLS file as a CSV file, and that's a comma delimited file. Okay, and we'll have to do this outside into that folder. So we can go File, Save As. I'm going to go to the desktop. I'm going to find the folder we created and open that up. And again, we want to change the name of this, or actually the file extension, to that CSV. And we want the CSV, there's a couple of them in here. We want the MS-DOS, I believe, or I think there's another one even. This might be it here. So we'll create that, and we're going to save it in that folder just by hitting save. It's going to ask us, it does not support workbooks, and we're going to say okay on that. We don't really need the workbooks. We want that first sheet. So we'll say okay. And then it wants to know if we want to save in the original, in this format. We're just going to say no to this. And then cancel out of this save as. I want to go back and check my folder, make sure it's good. Desktop, I'm looking for the job number. And there it is. It is exported out just like we wanted. So there's a couple little toggles in there they want you to save, and we're okay without some of that. So once we're finished with this, we'll go ahead and close out of that. That's all we wanted to do, is take that file, make it CSV, and we won't save it. And it should want us to check it in here in a second. Yeah, there it is. So we'll check that file in. And that gets us down to step number 42. So in step 42, it asks us to rename the newly created borehole location CSV to a borehole location BRH extension. The GEOPAK tools use this. So we're going to go out, we're going to open up the folder that contains the borehole location, select it, right click on it, and do a rename. And we're just going to rename the extension from CSV to BRH for borehole, and hit the enter key. It says it might become unusable. Are you sure you want to change it? Yes, we do. This is the only way the GEOPAK geotechnical tools will work with it. So we have to have that BRH extension. Step number 43 says drag the newly created BRH file into your ProjectWise data folder. So that's what I'll do. ProjectWise is in the background. I'll just right click and drag this over and let go of it. I will use no wizard on this. Hit the OK button, and we now have the BRH file in our ProjectWise location. Next, we'll be using the Excel file that has the borehole materials defined by depth and offset. So that's step number 44, given a statement. Number 45 says we need to double click the file borehole material XLS to open the file in Excel. So now we're going to the next one that we have. Now the one gave us the stations and offsets. This one will give us the depth, the elevations. So we'll open this one and move near the top. You can see we have the borehole name, the material, rock, the type of elevation, and how deep it is. Okay, so once we have this, we're going to do basically the same things we did with the materials, with the location Excel file. We're going to save it as a CSV back into the desktop folder. So we'll do a file, save as. Right now it's wanting to go to my ProjectWise location. I don't want to put it there. I want to come out to desktop, find that folder, my job folder, open it up, and then I'm just going to change the file type. And again, it's at MS-DOS star.csv. Once you change that, we'll go ahead and hit save. It'll say it does not support workbooks. We understand that. We only need that first sheet, so we'll hit OK. But it's also want to do another save, and I'm going to hit no on that. And it's going to bring me out to this save as, and going back to my PWise local. I'm going to hit cancel on that. Again, I'm going to verify it's out there. Open my folder up. I can see there's my borehole material CSV. So that's step number 46. Step number 47 says we need to rename the newly created borehole material CSV file to borehole material.mtl extension. So we'll simply select the file and change the extension to MTL. And we're going to hit yes on this. We want it to change. And for some reason this is not going to let me change it till I close out of the other one. So let's do that. Since I have it open, I'll close that in the background. I won't save. Now let's try to rename it. Let's say yes, and there we go. Now we've got that. That's the other file type that the GEOPAK geotechnical tools needs for this. So again, we're going to take this file Oh, I just want to check in the borehole, so I'll check it in. We want to take this file that's out on our desktop. We're going to just right click and drag it into ProjectWise. I'll do a no wizard and hit OK. So that covers the video on the soil report.